Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to bring you some Strat-O-Matic baseball using my Italian-American Red Sox team I created with the 2016 free agent file in Strat. And we are taking on the 1975 Cincinnati Reds best of 7, and the Italian-American Red Sox have a 3-0 lead. They have won the first 3 games behind Viola, Porcello, and Pavano, though Drago got the win in a tremendous comeback in game number 3. And now they're on the verge of eliminating the Big Red Machine of the Cincinnati Reds of 1975. Game 1 starters once again. And that's going to be Don Gullett against Frank Viola. And Gullett hoping to keep the Reds alive to play another day. Frank Viola wants to take the brooms out and end this series. So let's go through the Red Sox Italian-American lineup. Leading off, younger brother of Joe DiMaggio, Dominic, and the little professor. And the way the stats are on this card, it is a 162 game average of his full career. So and the year you see is his rookie season. So his average through 162 through his whole career would be 298, 8 homers and 62 ribbies, and he's playing center field. Mark Loretta's at second, 295, 7 homers, 53 ribbies. Playing in left field because there's no DH in the National League ballpark, Dante Bichette, 299, 21 homers, 96 ribbies. Jack Clark, Jack the Ripper's playing first base, 267, 25 homers, 85 runners knocked in. And he's batting fourth. Batting fifth, Frank Malzone at third, 274, 12 home runs, 71 ribbies. Batting sixth in right field, Tony Caligiero, 264, 20 homers, 65 runners knocked in. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Mike Napoli, 252, 22 homers, 64 ribbies. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Rico Patricelli, 251, 18 homers, 69 ribbies. And batting ninth, on the hill, Frank Viola. He'll be using a pitcher's batter's card. But he was 15 and 13 through his 162 average for his career, with a 3.73 earned run average, striking out 154, walking 72, giving up 25 gopher balls. And on the hill, Don Gullett, and this is the 1975 Cincinnati Reds with their 1975 stats, the team that beat the Boston Red Sox in 7 games in one of the most thrilling World Series ever. Gullett in 1975 was 15 and 4 with a 2.42 earned run average, striking out 98, walking 56, giving up 11 home runs. He was the Game 1 loser to Frank Viola. Viola looking to pick up his second win today and end this series with an Italian-American Red Sox sweep. So here's Dominic DiMaggio. DiMaggio looking for the 2-4 column. Bench sets the target, corners playing in for Dommy. Here's the pitch from Gullett, and that is a 4 and a 9, 4-9 to Dominic DiMaggio. He'll see a pitch to grip and rip here to start off the ball game. And DiMaggio does not chase the off-speed pitch, he walks. So DiMaggio's on first, and here comes Mark Loretta, right-handed batting second baseman. Gullett rocks and fires to Loretta, and that is a 4 and a 7, 4-7. Again, they get column of choice, so Loretta's going to see a good pitch to hit, 4-7, off the Gullett card. And Gullett's wild here. He walks the first 2 batters, and they're on with no outs, and for the hot-hitting Dante Bichette, and he's a tremendous clutch hitter. His average is 299, and his clutch average is 299. Bichette, right-handed batting left fielder, looking for the 3-1 column. DiMaggio at second, Loretta at first. Bench wiggles the fingers. Gullett nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Bichette. And that is a 3, column of choice, 3-10, Dante Bichette. Can he send the Italian-American Red Sox to an early lead on the 3-10? He drives his ball deep to center field. Geronimo on the run. He's not going to get there. That's going to grab some wall. DiMaggio scores easily from second base, and we're going to hold up Mark Loretta at third. And so it'll be second and third with no outs, and here comes Jack the Ripper. Jack Clark playing first base. 1-0 Italian-American Red Sox. Clark looking for the 1-2 column. Gullett in a bit of a pickle here. He rocks and fires to Clark, and that is a 6 column off the Gullett card. So that is going to be a 6-10. Hopefully it's a productive out for the Italian-American Red Sox. So 6-10 to Clark. And that's a fly ball to center field. Hopefully it's deep enough to score Mark Loretta, 1-11 base runner. Geronimo, an excellent center fielder, 1-20 dice, 20-sided dice roll. That's a 14. So that's an F3, and I do believe that should score Mark Loretta. Here's the error check to make sure he catches the ball, and that is an 8. 4-2-2 is an 8. So Geronimo will make the catch on the deep fly ball to center. As he races back towards the track, makes the catch. And Loretta does not tag. Whoa. On an F3, I thought that scores. Obviously it doesn't. So 1 out. Bichette's at second. Loretta's at third. And here comes Frank Malzone. Malzone looking for the 1-4 column. Right-handed batting third baseman. Here's the pitch to Malzone from Gullett. And that is a 3 off the Malzone card. Not a column of choice. So Gullett hits his spot. 3-10 to Malzone. 3-10. 1-0. 2 on, 1 out. Red Sox. Ground ball, second base B. This should score the runner from third. Morgan goes to first. Loretta scores from third as Malzone picks up an RBI. It's 2-0 Italian-American Red Sox. Bichette advances to third. And here comes Tony Caligiero. Tony C looking for the 3-2 column. Bichette takes a slight lead from third. As Rose is at third, Concepcion is at short, Morgan is at second, Perez is at first. Foster's in left with a -1 arm. Geronimo's in center. Tremendous center fielder with a -5 arm. And Ken Griffey Sr. is in right with a -1 arm. Bench is behind the plate with an excellent throwing arm of -1. Here's the pitch to Caligiero. And Gullett deals Caligiero a 1-5. And Caligiero is looking for a 3 or a 2 column. It is a 1-5 to Tony C. And that fly ball goes out to left. And George Foster. Foster coming in. He makes the catch. Side retired. But the Italian-American Red Sox score 2. And they have a 2-0 lead. Due up for the Cincinnati Reds. Pete Rose, Morgan, and Bench. Let's go through their whole lineup. So Pete Rose in 1975 for the Cincinnati Reds batted .317, 7 homers, 74 ribbies. And he's playing third base. Batting second, the second baseman, Little Joe Morgan. .327, 17 homers, 94 ribbies. He was the MVP for the National League in 1975. Batting third, well, that's not Johnny Bench. Batting third, Johnny Bench doing the catching. .283, 28 homers, 110 runners batted in. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Tony Perez. .282, 20 homers, 109 ribbies. Batting fifth, the left fielder, George Foster. .300 average, 23 homers, 78 ribbies. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Davy Concepcion. .274, 5 homers, 49 runners knocked in. Batting seventh in right field, Ken Griffey Sr. .305, 4 homers, 46 runners knocked in. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Cesar Geronimo. He's outstanding in center defensively. .257, 6 homers, 53 runners knocked in. And batting ninth on the mound, Don Gullett. We know his numbers already. 15-4, 2.42 earned run average. Striking out 98. Walking 56, giving up 11 gopher balls. He will use a pitcher's batter card as well as viola. Don Gullett, we know So here's Pete Rose. He's a B bunter. Corners are playing in. Malzone's at third. Clark in at first. So it goes Napoli behind the plate with a neutral arm of 0. Clark's at first. Loretta's at second. Petrocelli at short. Malzone at third. Bichette is in left with a neutral arm of 0. Dominic DiMaggio, the little professor, is in center with a -3 arm. And Tony Calignero is in right with a neutral arm of 0. Frank Viola is on the mound. And his 162-game career average, 15-13, 3.73 earned run average, striking out 154, walking 72, giving up 25 home runs. His rookie year, 1982. All right, here's the pitch to Rose. Rose looking for the 1-6 column. Viola deals a 2-6. So it's a 2 column and a 6 off the Pete Rose card, 2-6. To Pete Rose. And Pete Rose will start off things in style. And that's a 2. So just like Dominic DiMaggio, Pete Rose will get on, except he'll double, and it won't be a walk, as he doubles over the head of DiMaggio, and it's off the wall in center. And Rose pulls up at second with a leadoff double. Joe Morgan steps to the plate, left-handed batting second baseman, very dangerous. Morgan looking for the 1-6 column. The windup and the pitch from Viola to Morgan, and he gets column of choice, 1 and a 7. He'll see a pitch to Grip and Rip, 1-7 to Joe Morgan. And Morgan singles up the middle. DiMaggio charges the ball. Rose will be held up at third. They won't challenge the little professor's arm. So first and third, no outs, 2-0 Italian-American Red Sox. They lead the best of 7, 3 games to none. If they win behind Frank Viola as they did in Game 1, they will sweep the Cincinnati Reds. Here's Johnny Bench. He's the go-ahead run at the plate. Rose at third, Morgan at first. Viola kicks and fires the Bench, looking for the 2-6 column, and Bench gets a pitch to hit here, as it's a 2 column with the 8, 2-8 to Johnny Bench. And let's see if he drives one. And Bench hits his ball deep and far, and that is a 3. As this ball goes boom and bye-bye to left center field. Johnny Bench has just hit a 3-run homer off Frank Viola in the upper deck, and the Reds take a 3-2 lead as they quickly come back in the bottom of the first. That was a short-lived lead for the Italian-American Red Sox, and now it's 3-2, Big Red Machine. Remember, they trail in this series 3 games to none. And here's Tony Perez, still no outs. Perez, power-hitting first baseman, digs in. Napoli sets the target. Here's the pitch from Viola. Perez looking for the 3-6 column. He'll get a 5 off the Viola card. So that's a 5-6 to Tony Perez. 5-6 to Perez. And that will be a fly ball to Dante Bichette in left. He'll make the catch, 1 away. Here comes George Foster. Foster, a very dangerous power hitter, left fielder, looking for the 1-6 column. Viola nods his head. Here's the pitch to Foster, and it's a 1. And Viola is not hitting his spots here. This will be a pitch that Foster can grip and rip on. 1-6 to George Foster. And Foster hits this ball well. And that is an 11 to Foster. So with 1 out, George Foster bashes this ball. Center field, left center field. DiMaggio on the run. He's not getting there. That's going to be off the wall. And Foster will have a 1-out double. It's 3-2, and the Reds looking to add more here in the bottom of the first as they're roughing up Frank Viola. And here comes Davey Concepcion. Napoli goes out to have a word with Viola. Clark meets him on the mound, as well as Malzone. Meeting adjourned. Here's the pitch to Concepcion from Viola, and that is a 2 column. And again, Viola not hitting his spots. Concepcion will see a good pitch to hit on the 2-6. 1 out, Foster at second, 3-2 Reds. And he hits this ball high and deep, and that is a 3. So Davey Concepcion has hit this ball high and deep to right center field. Calignero starts to give chase, looks up, and that is gone in the upper deck, second deck. And it's 5-2 Cincinnati Reds of 1975. As as the Red Sox get some bullpen action up. Viola just doesn't have it here in Game 4. Red Sox up 3-0, hoping for the sweep. The big red machine of the Cincinnati Reds of 75 have other thoughts. Here comes the number 7 batter, Ken Griffey Sr., the switch hitter, the left-handed batter, batting lefty off the left-handed throwing Viola. 1 out, no one on, 5-2 Reds. Here's the pitch from Viola to Griffey. Looking for the 3-6. He will get a 5 off the Viola card. That is a 5-5 to Ken Griffey Sr. 5-5 from Viola. And that's a hard hit ball to Loretta. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Clark. 2 down. And here comes the number 8 batter. The pitcher Gullett's on deck. Cesar Geronimo. Left-handed batting center fielder looking for the 6-4 column. Napoli wiggles the fingers. The windup and the pitch from Viola. And that is a 3 and a 7 off the Geronimo card. 3-7 from Viola to Geronimo. And that is a fly ball lifted out to the little Professor Dominic DiMaggio. He comes in and he squeezes it, makes the catch, side retired. But the Cincinnati Reds strike back and strike back hard. After the Red Sox, Italian-American style, take a 2-0 lead in the top of the first, the Reds score 5 on a 3-run homer by Bench, and then a 2-run homer by Davey Concepcion. We go to the top of the second. It's been a slugfest, 5-2 Reds. Due up for the Red Sox, Napoli, Petrocelli, and the pitcher Frank Viola. Gullett hoping for a better top of the second than the first. Here's the pitch to Napoli, looking for the 3-4, and Napoli will get a 5 column. Gullett looks like he hit his spot there off his card. 5-8 to Mike Napoli. He's struggled in this series so far. And he'll send this ball the other way to right. Griffey moves over a bit, makes the catch, 1 away. Here comes Rico Petrocelli, right-handed batting shortstop. Gullett nods his head. He deals to Petrocelli, looking for the 3-4, and it's a 4 column for Petrocelli. So Gullett struggling a bit here. It's a 4-6 to Rico off the Gullett card. Will Rico do damage? Will he be suave? And he hits this ball hard, and that is a 1. So Rico Petrocelli with 1 out. Singles up the middle. Line shot nearly took Gullett's head off. So Petrocelli's at first, 1 out. Here comes Frank Viola. And we use a pitcher's card for this. Corners move in, expecting the bunt. And we're going to let Viola swing away. We're not going to bunt. He chokes up on the bat. Here's the pitch from Gullett to his counterpart, Viola. And that is a 4 and a 7, 4-7. So Viola will see a pitch he might be able to do something with on the 4-7. And Frank Viola singles off Gullett to right. Petrocelli goes first to third. So Viola helping his cause at the plate. He sure didn't help it on the mound in the bottom of the first. Tying run comes to the plate with 1 out. Dominic DiMaggio, he walked his first time up against Gullett. DiMaggio looking for the 2-4 column. Petrocelli at third, Viola at first, 1 out. Reds hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Concepcion and Morgan. Here's the pitch to Dami DiMaggio, and it's a 6. It's going to be off the Gullett card. Good pitch by Gullett, 6-4. 6-4 to Dami DiMaggio. 1 out, runners on the corners, and this will be a hard hit ball to Pete Rose at third. And that is a 4, and Dominic DiMaggio will get it past Pete Rose. Error check. And that is a 3-3-2, and that's an 8, no error. So that's a base hit. Dominic DiMaggio comes through in the clutch as Rose dives. He goes to his right, dives. It gets past him and Concepcion into left field. Viola moves up 90 feet and holds at second, but the Italian-American Red Sox pull to within 2 as it's 5-3, and here comes Mark Loretta with 1 out. Viola's at second. DiMaggio very fast at first. He represents the tying run, the go-ahead run at the plate. And Mark Loretta, he walked his first time up. And let's just make sure that the computer is actually managing the Cincinnati Reds, and they are. Beautiful. So Loretta looking for the 3-4 column. Bench has a word with Gullett. Now back behind the plate. Gullett rocks and fires to Loretta. And it is a 5 and a 7 off the Gullett card. 5-7. Can they turn 2 on the 5-7? Ground ball, second base to Morgan. Double play possibility. And that is a 9. There's the dots there. And this should be 2. Morgan's going to go to Concepcion. Can they turn 2? Error check. And that is a 6-4-3. And that's a 13. So Morgan to Concepcion. To Perez in the dirt. Perez scoops it out. Double play, though. Side retired. Gullett gets the double play he needs. The Italian-American Red Sox score 1 on the Dominic DiMaggio single. We go to the bottom of the second. We have a slugfest here, 5-3. Remember, the Italian-American Red Sox are up 3-0 in this best-of-7 invitational. They're looking to sweep the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Due up for the Reds, Gullett. Then at the top of the order, Rose and Morgan. Gullett hopes to return the favor to Viola, who singled off Gullett. Viola deals to his counterpart, and that is a 2-9 to Gullett. 2-9 to Gullett. 2-9 to Don Gullett. Hard hit ball to Jack Clark. He has it. Waves off Viola. Steps on the bag himself. 1 away. Top of the order. Pete Rose 1 for 1 with a double. Switch hitter batting righty off the left-handed throwing Frank Viola. Napoli sets the target. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, and it's a 3 off the Rose card. 3-9 to Pete Rose. Corners were playing in, but he's swinging away. 3-9 to Rose from Viola. Ground ball. Petrocelli, he's up with it. Fires to Clark, 2 down. As Viola's hoping for a clean inning here. Gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the first, so 2 outs, bases empty, corners again move in for little Joe Morgan. He's a B bunter. Left-handed batter, 1975 MVP. Lefty-lefty matchup. Viola takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. He rocks and fires to Morgan, and Morgan looking for the 1-6. He'll get a 4 column off the Viola card, a 4-4. Viola hoping to show Morgan the door on the 4-4. And Morgan hits this ball fairly well. And that is a 5. So 2 outs. Morgan gives this a ride. As he sends that down the line, left field, Bichette comes racing in, makes the diving catch. Side retired. Dante Bichette not known for his defense, but he makes one heck of a catch, robbing Morgan of extra bases. And we go to the top of the third, 5-3. The 1975 Cincinnati Reds over the Italian-American Boston Red Sox. Due up for the Italian-American Boston Red Sox, Bichette, Clark, and Malzone. Dante Bichette 1 for 1 with a double and a ribby. He awaits the Gullett offering. Here's the pitch to Bichette looking for the 3-1, and Bichette gets the 1 column and a 6. It's a 1-6 to Dante Bichette. Can he go boom on the 1-6? Boom! He hits the ball, but will the ballpark hold it? He hits it high and deep. And that is a 10. As Bichette crushes the Gullett offering to left field, Foster starts to go back, looks up, and Dante Bichette has just hit a solo blast, and it's now 5-4. The Reds clinging now to a 1-run lead, as Bichette is greeted at the plate by Jack Clark, so the Italian-American Red Sox pull to within 1. Clark's 0 for 1. He could go yard. Back-to-back jacks, he'd love it. Here's a pitch to Jack the Ripper, and Gullett deals Jack the Ripper a 5-8. A 5-8 to Jack the Ripper. And that ball goes the other way to right. Griffey going back, makes the catch in front of the track. 1 away, 5-4 Reds. It's been a slugfest. And here's Frank Malzone. He's 0 for 1, but he did knock in a run when he grounded out to Morgan at second. Malzone awaits the Gullett offering. Here's the pitch. Malzone looking for the 1-4. Instead, he gets a 2 column and a 4. So it's a 2-4. Can he fight off this Gullett pitch on the 2-4? And he hits this ball quite well. And that's a 14. So Malzone, where's the 14? There it is. Drives his ball, right field, Griffey on the run, and he makes the running catch. Nice play by Griffey, robbing Malzone of extra bases. So 2 outs, bases empty for Tony Calignero. Tony C is 0 for 1, looking for the 2-3 column. Definitely wants that 2 column. 1 swing of the bat by Calignero to tie it up. The Reds of 1975 have a 5-4 lead. The windup and the pitch from Gullett to Caligiero. It is a 4 column off the Gullett card. A 4-5 to Tony Caligiero. 4-5. Gullett looking to end this inning. And Caligiero strikes this ball well. And that is a 9 to Tony C. And he jumps all over this fastball, drives it to left center field. Geronimo's not going to get there. That's going to be off the wall. And Caligiero races to second base, takes a wide turn, but holds up, gets back to second with a 2-out double. It's a tying run is at second, and Caligiero, 5-4, the 75 Reds have a lead, and they're clinging to it. But the Italian-American Red Sox have Mike Napoli at the plate. He struggled in this series. He's 0 for 1. All the struggles can go away with a 3-4 column and hitting the role of choice. Bench. Pounding the mitt, sets the target, imploring Gullett to hit his spot. Here's the pitch to Napoli, and it's a 4 column, and a Napoli pitch to grip and rip on the 4-5. That's usually a decent number for a batter. 4-5 to Napoli. 2 outs, Caligiero off on contact, and Napoli strikes this ball well, and that is a 6. And Mike Napoli will send this ball deep. And that's going to grab some wall. Geronimo racing back. He's not going to get there. That's going to be a 2-out double for Napoli. Caligiero easily scores from second. And we have a 5-5 ball game. As the Italian-American Red Sox once again prove they can crush the baseball. Pitching they have some difficulty with, but they hit the ball well. So it's 5-5. And there's some moans and groans here in Cincinnati. As if the Reds lose one more game, they are swept out of this best of 7. Boston took the first 2 games in Boston and then came back in a thrilling Game 3 where Bernie Carbo hit the game-winning home run. Deja vu, though he had a tying home run in 1975 Game 6. So he did it again, though he's not playing on the Italian-American Red Sox. So here's Rico Petrocelli, 1 for 1 with a run scored. Rico can put the Red Sox ahead. Napoli, not the fastest base runner, 1 through 10. Takes a slight lead on second, but there's 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. Bench goes out, has a word with Gullett. Now back behind the plate. I don't know how much longer Captain Hook, Sparky Anderson will go with it. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli from Gullett. Petrocelli looking for the 3-4. It's a 5 column off the Gullett card. 5-8 to Rico Petrocelli. 5-8. 5-5 ball game. 2 outs. Napoli off on contact. And Petrocelli goes the other way. Lazy fly ball to right. Griffey coming in. Makes the catch. Side retired. But the Italian-American Red Sox strike twice and have tied the ball game. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-5. In the chat, we have Strat-O-Matic Delaware. How are you, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel, Strat-O-Matic Delaware. He's added a new baseball game to his repertoire on the channel. I was watching some of his inside pitch baseball. I got to go back to it. It's like an instruction, and he has instructional videos up also, but I want to watch the one where he's playing it, and he has people in the chat who have played the game telling him, giving him some pointers. So, what are your thoughts on inside pitch? If you just, I know you have videos up, and go to that channel, go to Strat-O-Matic Delaware, and it's a channel you should subscribe to. I subscribe to it. It's a wonderful channel. Chris from Strat-O-Matic Delaware. Card and dice, baseball, hockey, a little bit of football, and he has sibling rivalries. I like all things on his channel, but that's my favorite with his brother. I love it when they play Strat together. That's hilarious. It's fun. It's a good time. So, and that's what we're about, a good time. So come join our community and subscribe to Strat-O-Matic Delaware. And I recommend it. So if I recommend it, my God, you should do it. So what are your thoughts, Chris, as we take a slight break? What are your thoughts, Chris, on inside pitch? And did you get inside blitz also, or did you just get the baseball game? I remember I watched the video. Now I don't. I know you have the baseball game because I was watching that one too, the one that's where you're playing the whole game. Because I was thinking about adding something to my repertoire, but I have to justify it because I have a gazillion games. I have an issue. I buy a lot of games. I enjoy them all, but I buy a lot of games. All right, we'll go back to the game here. Due up for the Reds in a 5-5 ball game, bottom of the third, as pitching has not been so much. Bench, Perez, and Foster. Johnny Bench 1 for 1 with a 3-run homer. Viola looking for a better result here. Bench looking for the 2-4 column. Napoli wiggles the fingers. Viola kicks and fires. And it is a 1 off the bench card. A 1-6 to Johnny Bench. 1-6 to Bench from Viola. And that ball goes out to center field. The little Professor Dami DiMaggio coming in. And he makes the basket catch. Nice play by Dominic DiMaggio. Back to the chat. Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware says, and we're talking about inside pitch. I really like it. It's not Strat. That's not a slam on inside pitch because there is only one Strat. That being said, inside pitch is a fantastic game. Strat-O-Matic, Delaware then goes on to say, and I have inside blitz as well. That will be next as long as Appa does not get in the way. So of all, and again, you're new to inside pitch, and I'm looking, I kind of like from what I've seen, ID Gesture use it, inside pitch, and I've also seen Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, 2 wonderful channels also in our community, and check them out, ID Gesture and Higher Ground Gaming. I kind of like the batter pitcher card interaction. And if you want to share a little bit more, and Chris, if you have a chance, I'd like to get you on a live chat. Well, I know we've been talking when I've done the live chats recently with Dog Sidious, which are wonderful. Check out that wonderful channel with Dog Sidious, all things Star Wars and entertainment, and some Game of Thrones. He's very knowledgeable. Love Dog Sidious, and that's what we've been doing on some live chats with Al the last couple of times. We didn't have one this week. Probably be back next week. I'd like to get you on if you can. We talk a little sim sports games, you know, if you don't mind, if you're available. Up to you. All right, 1 out. Here's Tony Perez. He's 0 for 1. He's looking for the 3-4. Viola's looking to send him back to the bench. Napoli sets the target. Here's the pitch to Perez, and it's a 5 and a 9. 5 column with a 9 off the Viola card. 5-9. And Perez turns on this fastball, but he gets under it, goes out to left field. Bichette goes back a bit, makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Speak Softly, carry a big boomstick, George Foster, 1 for 1 with a double. Foster could go yard and untie this game. 5-5, no outs. Here's the pitch to Foster, looking for the 1-4. It is a 6 off the Viola card, a 6-2. 6-2 to Foster. Fastball. Strike 3! Foster, I don't know what he's looking for, but Viola paints the outside corner, side retired as Napoli rolls the ball back towards the plate and heads to the dugout. We go to the top of the 4th, knotted at 5. The Italian-American Red Sox in this best-of-7 lead 3-0. They're looking for the sweep, and this would be a shocking upset. Back to the chat, we have Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Very lucky to have him in the chat. And he says, I asked him if he'd like to do a live chat. He said, we could go Saturday night if you'd like. Yes, that would be very cool this upcoming Saturday if it works out. I'd like to go live on my channel, if you don't mind. And we can talk sim games, and we could bring our, like I play the PC. I like this because I can kind of get a little bit, to me it's like the board game. And I have a Fran Tarkenton board game. I have a Fran Tarkenton board game, football. And I'm going to play it. I just need I don't have the camera set up like you guys. I have this camera. See? Woo! See the fingers? Jazz fingers. Woo! And I have to figure out how to play it. So, I mean, I know how to play it, but I have to figure out how to show it. I haven't played it in years. And JT Dutch has joined us. He says, Al, how are you? I am fine. How are you, my friend? Morgan, a 1 at second base. Excuse me, Strat-O-Matic Delaware says, we can hammer out the details, Al. Yes, we can. Okay. Because JT Dutch and Strat-O-Matic Delaware in the chat. And because I have not played the board game in years, so I've idiot-proofed it for myself. I use the dice, and I roll them, which is cool. But the computer will tell me what's going on, so I don't have to look at charts. What does the 1 what does the 1 mean? Is that his fielding range? And the E13 would go off a chart. That I kind of remember as a kid. So anyway, what does the 1 mean? Is the lower number better? I would assume the lower number is better. As Strat-O-Matic Dealer says, there is a cheap, lightweight camera boom on Amazon. That gave me a lot of freedom for recording. Okay, thank you for that. Cool. All right, so due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Viola, then Dominic DiMaggio and Mark Loretta. Viola helped his own cause, choking up on the bat, singling to right. He's 1 for 1. Gullett deals to Frank Viola, and again, we're using a pitcher's batter's card, and he hits a 4. So this could be trouble again for Gullett. 4-9 to Viola. 4-9. Will Viola go 2 for 2 here? Ground ball to short. No, he will not, because Concepcion is absolutely outstanding at short. And that is a 9. So Concepcion fields it quite smoothly and throws to Perez. Error check. And that is a 3-2-1. That's a 6. So that's out number 1 as Concepcion throws out Viola at first. As JT Dutch, and I thank you, he says, yep, lower the number is better. Thank you. And he says he's doing well. Awesome. 1 is the highest. Well, let me go back. I messed that up. 1, this is JT Dutch. 1 is the highest range possible, so that's very good. Strat-O-Matic Delaware also says fielding from 1 best to 5 the worst. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As Strat-O-Matic Delaware says, Al, you need to attend classes on Strat-O-Matic. Shameless plug. That one. Yeah, you got to check out. He has wonderful tutorials on Strat-O-Matic. And you know what? You're right. I should have went there. But again, I've idiot-proofed the game because I use the PC game. So thank you. That's what I thought. 1 was the lower number. The lower number is better. All right. As I play a lot of PC games, I have a couple. As I said, I have an old Fran Tarkenton. It's not card and dice. It's chart and dice because the cards are the defensive cards, but the offensive plays basically are on a piece of paper, all of them. They list the teams and the plays and what they're rated at. So I call it chart and dice, and I want to play that just to show. So corners in, 1 out for Dominic DiMaggio. He walked his first time, and then singled past the dive of Rose with an RBI. He's 1 for 1. The little professor looking for the 2-4. Corners in. Here's the pitch from Gullett to DiMaggio. Younger brother of Joe, and it is a 4. Again, DiMaggio will see a pitch he can grip and rip. 4. Snake Eyes, 2. 4-2 to DiMaggio. And he just misses this pitch. He drives it to center field. Geronimo going back, and he makes the catch. 2 down. So Mark Loretta comes up. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. He walked his first time up. He awaits the Gullett offering. Here's the pitch to Mark Loretta, and that is a 1-6 to Loretta off his card. Not a column choice. 1-6 to Loretta. And Loretta works a walk. Good at bat by Mark Loretta. JT Dutch in the chat says, I think Morgan won the Gold Glove in 75. He won the MVP also in 75. I'm almost positive of that, which is probably why he is a 1 range in Strat-O-Matic. So Loretta keeps eating alive with a walk, and here comes Dante Bichette, 2 for 2 with a home run and 2 ribbies. Bichette would love to go yard again. Looking, waiting. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch from Gullett to Bichette, and it's not with love. And that is a 6 off the Gullett card. 6-8 to Dante Bichette. 2 outs. Loretta will be off on contact. 6-8. Line drive. Rose takes a step and a dive and makes the catch at third, robbing Bichette of 3 for 3. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, still knotted at 5. In the chat we have with us Strat-O-Matic Delaware. Check out that wonderful channel with Chris. And JT Dutch. As he says, right, Morgan was the MVP. Yep, because Freddie Lynn for the Red Sox. As I'm pointing, but I'm not, you can't, because I'm pointing at my Kindle, my second screen, talking with my hands as an Italian. Freddie Lynn was Rookie of the Year and MVP. And he was at the Red Sox game today. Unfortunately, Red Sox lost to the Rays. But that's okay. Due up for the Cincinnati Reds of 1975, Concepcion, Griffey, and Geronimo. If anyone gets on, the pitcher, Gullett, or possibly a pinch hitter. So after the 5-run hiccup in the bottom of the first, Viola has settled down. Concepcion's 1 for 1. He had a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Davey Concepcion from Frank Viola, and that is a 4 column. So Concepcion again will see a pitch to Grip and Rip, 4-6. Viola having tremendous trouble with Concepcion here, 4-6 to Davey Concepcion. And Concepcion crushes this ball high and deep once again, and that is a 5. As this ball is going to go boom. I don't think the ballpark will hold it. It will not. As he crushes it to center field, DiMaggio just looks up, and that's in the second deck. And Davey Concepcion gets his second home run, and the Cincinnati Reds take a 6-5 lead. And the Italian-American Red Sox start to get some bullpen action up, as Frank Viola does not have it here in Game 4. He was the winner in Game 1, as this is a rematch of Gullett and Viola from Game 1. Here comes Ken Griffey Sr., He's 0 for 1, looking for the 3-6 column. Lefty-lefty matchup. Napoli sets a target. Here's the pitch to Griffey. And that is a 5 off the Viola card. 5-12. 5-12 to Ken Griffey Sr. Curveball. Strike 3! Froze him with the curve. The hook gets him. So 1 out. Number 8 batter, Cesar Geronimo. Left-handed batting center fielder. He's 0 for 1. Viola rubs up the baseball, steps back up on the hill, toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Geronimo, and that is a 2 off the Geronimo card, 2-7. Not a column of choice, though. 2-7 to Cesar Geronimo. And he pulls this ball to right. Tony Caligiero coming in a bit. Makes the catch 2 away. And here's Don Gullett. Will Gullett hit? Yes, he will. Anderson sticking with him. Viola rocks and fires to his counterpart, Don Gullett. And that is a 5 off the Viola card. 5-11 to Don Gullett. It's a hard hit ball right back to Frank Viola. And that is a 16 of the 20-sided dice roll. Viola knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first. 5-1. That is an 8. In the dirt, Clark scoops it outside, retired. But the 75 Cincinnati Reds go on top on the solo blast, crushed to center by Davey Concepcion, his second of the game. As Strat-O-Matic Delaware, that's Chris, says, wow, Davey, holy cow. Yep, he's got 2. Itinerary Hobbyist has joined us in the chat. He says, listening while punching counters for a war game. Check out that channel. Itinerary Hobbyist, military strategy games. You got to check it out because most of his games the videos, not all but most, they play on like a kitchen table, and it's this huge board that they've made with like models. It's really cool. It's really cool. Check out Itinerary Hobbyist. I love that channel. So here we go. Jack Clark, followed by Frank Malzone and Tony Caligiero. Jack the Ripper's 0 for 2. Gullett has struggled. He's given up 5 runs in 4 innings, though the Reds have retaken the lead thanks to Davey Concepcion's second homer in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Clark. Clark is looking for the 1-2 column. Gullett rocks and fires, and it is not a pitch of choice for Jack Clark. It's a 4-8 off the Gullett card. 4-8. Could be trouble, though. Could be trouble. 4 column off the Gullett card. And the trouble comes to Jack Clark. Strike 3. Couldn't pull the trigger. Off speed. 1 out. Here comes Frank Malzone. 0 for 2 with a ribby when he grounded out to Morgan in the top of the first. That knocked in the second run for the Italian-American Red Sox. Malzone looking for the 1-4 column. Bench wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone. Gullett deals him a 3 off the Malzone card. Not a column of choice. 3-6 to Frank Malzone. 3-6 to Frank from Gullett. Ground ball. Pete Rose backhands it at third. Fires across the diamond to Perez. 2 down. And here comes Tony Caligiero. 1 for 2 with a double. Tony C can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. He awaits the Gullett offering. Here's the pitch to Caligiero. That's a 5 column off the Gullett card. 5-4. Will Gullett hit his spot on the 5-4? And the animation chart doesn't come up. We have to click, and now it sort of comes up. So this will be a play for Johnny Bench, 20-sided dice roll. And that is a 5 in between the Red Sox and Cincinnati Reds helmet. And this is a P/P, which I forgot what the hell that means. Pop-up, I think. Pop fair, pop foul. And here's the error check. So I think if there's no error, this will be an out. That's not a pass ball, is it? It doesn't matter if it is. So that is a 4-4-8, 4-4-5, which is a 13. And the inning will be over as Caligiero pops out to Johnny Bench. Side retired, bottom of the 5th, 6-5. The 1975 Cincinnati Reds fighting for their series live. They're down 3-0. Next win for the Italian-American Red Sox, if they get it, ends the series. Back to the chat. As Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, Chris takes his adieu and leaves. Good night, Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. As JT Dutch says good night. And remember to check out that wonderful channel, Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Wonderful, wonderful card and dice sports sims channel. Also in the chat, we have Itinerary Hobbyist. Check out his channel, Military Strategy, and some sports. He does some soccer and a little bit of baseball. I've seen it on there. And JT Dutch is in the chat. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat. Corners are in. Due up for the Reds, top of the order, Rose, Morgan, and Bench. Pete Rose, switch hitting third baseman, will bat right-handed. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Viola needs to bear down here. Here's the pitch to Rose, and that is a 4 column off the Viola card, column of choice. So again, Viola not hitting his spots. Rose will see a pitch he can grip and rip on, 4-6 to Charlie Hustle. And he hits this ball well. High and deep. That's an 11. Will the ballpark hold this one? So far for Viola, it has not. He drives his ball deep to left. Bichette going back at the wall. He leaps. Falls back down. It's in his glove. Dante Bichette robs Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose of a homer as he shows the ball in the glove to the men in blue. They put their arm out. 1 out. Frank Viola breathes a sigh of relief on the mound and tips his cap to his left fielder, Bichette. Here comes Joe Morgan, left-handed batting second baseman, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Again, the Red Sox, Italian-American style, have some bullpen action up. Corners in, Malzone in at third, Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark in at first. Here's the pitch to little Joe Morgan, the MVP of 1975. And that is a 2 column off his card. 2-8, not a column of choice though. 2-8, 6-5, Cincinnati. And he pulls the ball to right. Caligiero has a good beat on it. Goes back, makes the catch, 2 down. Johnny Bench, 1 for 2. He had a 3-run homer in the first. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Viola takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. The wind-up, the pitch to Bench, looking for the 2-4. It is a 1 column off the Bench card. Not a column of choice. 1-5 to Johnny Bench. 2 outs, no one on. Swing and a miss on the curve. Side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. The Cincinnati Reds, fighting for their series life, down 3-0, have a 6-5 lead. But in the top of the 6th, it will be Mike Napoli, Rico Petrocelli, and possibly Frank Viola. As JT Dutch says, a PP is a pop-up in fair territory. A PF is a pop-up in foul territory. Thank you very much. As ID Gesture, one of the channels I mentioned, has joined us in the chat. He says, "What's up, you knuckleballers? Hot shots." ID Gesture playing a lot of John Tiller games, and they're fun to watch. And sometimes he puts my name in the squads and I get killed. I know he does it because I'm a Red Sox fan, but that's okay. It's okay, he's being mean to me in his games. Just kidding. Thank you for joining us, ID. Hope all is well, my friend. So here's Napoli, 1 for 2 with a double and a ribby. Napoli has the pop in his bat to tie it up. Gullett Looking for a scoreless top of the 6. Here's the pitch to Mike Napoli. And that is a 4-column. Column of choice for Napoli off the gullet card. That is a 4-9 to Mike Napoli. 4-9 from Gullet to Napoli. And Napoli works a walk. Tying run at first. 1 through 10 base runner. Corners are in. Rico Petrocelli's 1 for 2. He's a C bunter. Corners are playing in. Napoli's slow as dirt. Let's go to our bench here. It's not like I have fast guys. Nava. We just activated Nava for this game. We deactivated. Oh no, we have Bronya. Who did we deactivate? We deactivated somebody. 1 through 12. Baldelli has decent speed. 1 through 14. I want to save him to hit though. Because I want him to pinch hit for Viola. Carbo. I want to save him to pinch hit too. Bronya. That's about it. We don't really have any fast guys on our team. Gaetti. God, he's slow. 1 through 9. We're plotters. That's what we are. All right. Napoli's at first. Petrocelli at the plate. No outs. If we bunt Napoli over, we bring... There's 1 out. We bring Baldelli up to pinch hit. I don't think they'd walk the go-ahead run. Corners in. Petrocelli, 72% chance of a successful bunt. He's going to put down the sacrifice bunt. And he misses. 2 strikes as he fouls it off. Batter fouls off 2 bunts. And we're going to take the bunt off now. So Petrocelli looks down. He's ready to grip and rip. Napoli takes a slight lead at first. Perez holding him on. Petrocelli looking for the 3-4 column. Rico has pop in that bat for a shortstop. Corners are still playing in, thinking he might bunt with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Gullet to Petrocelli, and it's a 4-column. Column of choice for Rico, a 4-10 off the Gullet card. Will he do damage? He sees the pitch, he can grip and rip. 4-10 to Petrocelli. Napoli at first, no outs. 1 through 12 is a base hit. 16. So Petrocelli on the 16 lines, as it says line out, but he's going to pop out to Concepcion at short. It says LO, that means line, whatever. So he pops up. He misses a pitch he could hit. Now he wants that one back. So 1 out. Napoli's at first. Viola will not hit for himself. 105 pitches, so he's pretty much, he could get gassed. And coming off the bench, so he's a lefty. He's tough on righties. Rocco Baldelli. Baldelli's clutch average is 264, which is pretty good. Al Zeke's clutch average, though he hits righties better, is 276. And Nava actually has a decent clutch average, 262. Baldelli, 278. Nava overall, his clutch average is the same as his average. And he's a switch hitter. Daniel Nava, just activated, is thrown into the breach. Daniel Nava will pinch hit. Yes, Daniel Nava will pinch hit. He's going to see his first at-bat in this best-of-7 series. And Daniel Nava, again, we made this team with our 2016 free agent file. So this is a 162 game, it's an average of 162 games. His rookie year was 2010, which I remember. He actually, the Red Sox signed him for like $10 or some nonsense. Or they bought his contract from its independent league, AA. He batted .262, his average, for over 162 games in his full career. .262, and I think he's still playing, actually. .262, 4 homers, 31 ribbies. Switch hitter, batting righty off the left-handed throwing Gullett. Will Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook, stay with Gullett? Yes, he will. So Nava looking for the 1-4 column, 1 out. Tying run at first, and the slow-footed catcher Mike Napoli. Here's the pitch to Nava from Gullett, and it's a 3 column off the Nava card. Not a column of choice, 3-6. 3-6 to Daniel Nava. And it's a hard hit ball to Rose, over to Morgan, on to Perez, double play. So Daniel Nava bangs into the double play, side retired. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we need a pitcher. Yes, we know. Stop yelling at me. And due up is Perez, Foster, and Concepcion, 3 righties. And we are going to go with where is he? Oh, nuts. I didn't activate him. Well, now I know who I deactivated for Daniel Nava. Ah, nuts. Pavano, Capuano, Drago, DiNardo, Sambito, Schiraldi's god-awful. Oh, crud. Crud. I deactivated the wrong pitcher. I wanted to deactivate Schiraldi. Well, this is going to be ugly. We're going to go with Calvin Schiraldi. That's Sambito. We could go Drago. He had the save he had the win in the last game. Well, we're going to go with Dick Drago. So Dick Drago will come into pitch as I deactivated. Oh, I can't think of his name. I can see the picture. So by accident, I clicked on the wrong guy. And here's Dick Drago. No. Close that. No, close it. Wrong thing. Dick Drago, again, 162 average over a career. 10 wins, 11 losses, 5 saves, ERA 3.62, striking out 89, walking 50. He'll face Perez, Foster, and Concepcion, who has 2 homers and 5 ribbies. No, 2 homers and 3 ribbies. Perez 0 for 2, looking for the 3-4. Drago kicks and fires to Tony Perez, and it is a 4 column of choice for Tony Perez off the Drago card. So Drago could be treated quite rudely coming into the game. Well, 4-6. Perez with a pitch to grip and rip on the 4-6. And Perez turns on that fastball, singles to left. Bichette fields it, throws it back into Petrocelli. Clark holding. Why are we not holding? We should hold the runner on. Clark holding Perez on. Foster comes to the plate. 1 for 2. He has a double. Looking for the 1-4 column. The windup and the pitch from Drago to Foster. And it's a 2 off the Foster card. 2-8. Can they turn to the Red Sox Italian-American version? 2-8. Perez at first. No, they shall not, because Foster rips a line drive. And DiMaggio plays it safe. So it's a single to center. So Dick Drago not getting the relief job done here. First and second back-to-back singles. And here comes Davey Concepcion. 2 for 2. 2 home runs and 3 ribbies. Drago looking to induce the double play ball. Petrocelli and Loretta pinching the middle. Here's the pitch to Davey Concepcion. Can he go 3 for 3? And that's a 2 column. He gets column of choice. It's Davey's night. And it's a 2-10. Drago not hitting his spots. Concepcion will see a pitch that he can grip and rip. And Concepcion goes the other way and singles. He's 3 for 3. And Perez holds up at third. So base is juiced. And here comes Ken Griffey, the left-handed batter, Ken Griffey. And Cesar Geronimo's next. And that's Drago infield in is not... And that's it for Dick Drago, which is a big blow to our bullpen. And here comes Lenny DiNardo. DiNardo has been pretty good in these situations getting lefties out. And he comes in to a very hot frying pan. So Lenny DiNardo, 2 wins, 3 losses, no saves. striking out 22, walking 19. We do run the risk of him throwing ball 4. So a lefty-lefty matchup here. Griffey looking for the 3-4 column. And there's a squeeze! And it works! Oh, wow. Infield in. And the squeeze play works. Wow. And it's 7-5. Holy cow, what a bunt by Ken Griffey Sr. He picks up an RBI there. Cesar Geronimo comes to the plate. Concepcion's at second. Foster's at first. First base open. Pitcher on deck, but we're pitching to Cesar Geronimo. Lefty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch from DiNardo to Geronimo. Lots of vowels there. And that is a 2-12 to Geronimo, and he's going to see a pitch from DiNardo that he might be able to get a hit on the 2-12. Red's hoping to break it open here, and he's hit by a pitch. DiNardo comes too far inside. As ID Gesture asks Itinerary Hobbyist, if you're listening, ID Gesture wants to know, which war game are you working on? As he's listening, so I don't know if he's looking at the chat, so I just throw that out there. Itinerary Hobbyist, ID Gesture wants to know, which war game are you working on? Base is loaded. Here's Don Gullett. And here's the pitch from DiNardo. Gullett tries the bunt, and they throw Foster out at the plate. So they try another squeeze play. So DiNardo quickly pounces on it and throws Dinopoli for the force out. They can't turn 2, though. Gullett's at first now. Geronimo's at second. Concepcion at third. 2 outs. Here's Pete Rose, 1 for 3 with a double. Do we want to have Rose bat? Do we want to have Rose bat from the right side or the left side? From the right side. From the left side. It's the right side. Looks pretty much the same. Actually, from the left side, if we hit the 3 column, he's out. On the right side, he has a walk, hit by pitch, and a walk. God, Calvin Schiraldi. I could bring Pavano in for 1 pitch, 1 batter. Man, I deactivated the wrong guy. That sucks. Oh, well, it's only a game. Schiraldi will get a moment here to make all Red Sox fans really dislike him. That's Lenny DiNardo's day's done. We're going to make Rose hit from the left side. And here's Calvin Schiraldi. Schiraldi and Sambito were in the bullpen for the 86 Red Sox. And Schiraldi 4-5 with 3 saves his rookie year, 1984, and that is a 162-game average of his whole career. Striking out 59, walking 33, 2 outs, bases juiced. He will face Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose now batting from the left side. The windup and the pitch from Schiraldi to Rose. Rose looking for the 6-2 column. And of course, because it's Calvin Schiraldi, I roll a 2 column. It's a 2-12 to Pete Rose, 2-12. And Schiraldi walks Rose with the bases loaded, and right on cue, Calvin Schiraldi poops himself on the mound. And it's now 8-5, and here comes Joe Morgan. And here comes Jeff Fassaro. Actually, here comes Joe Sambito to face the left-handed batting Joe Morgan. So Sambito, again, was in the bullpen for the Red Sox in 1986. Rookie year, 1976, his overall 162 average, 4 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, 3.03 earned run average, striking out 48, walking 19, giving up 5 gopher balls. That's for a year average. He'll face Joe Morgan, 1 for 3. Bases juiced. Joe Morgan, the 1975 MVP in the National League. Sambito kicks and fires to Morgan, looking for the 1-4 column, and it's a 3-12 to Joe Morgan off his card. Not a column of choice, though, 3-12. Can Sambito get out of this bases juice jammed with 2 outs? No, he will not, most likely. We need a high roll. It's a 14. Maybe he does. All kinds of weird things there. I believe this is an out. So a 14. And that's a line out to Mark Loretta. Oh, Morgan hit it hard, but Loretta makes the catch. It was right at him. We go to the top of the 7th, and Don Gullett and the 75 Cincinnati Reds now have a 3-run lead. They lead the Italian-American Boston Red Sox 8-5, due up the top of the order. The Italian-American Red Sox, DiMaggio, Loretta, and Bichette. DiMaggio 1 for 2 with a ribby. Gullett still out on the mound, corners playing in. Rose in at third, Perez in at first. Gullett deals to the little professor, Dami DiMaggio, and it is a 1 column off the DiMaggio card, 1-7. Not a column of choice for Dominic. 1-7. Younger brother of Joe. Hard hit ball to Morgan at second. He backhands it, throws to Perez, 1 down. Mark Loretta, normally very good in these series, and that's how we play this Italian-American Red Sox team, best of 7 series against all kinds of different teams. He's struggling at the plate. 0 for 1 with a run scored. Red Sox down by 3. Loretta looking to get something started here with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Gullett. Loretta looking for a 3-4. Instead, he gets a 5 column off the Gullett card. 5-9 to Mark Loretta. 5-9 to Loretta. Fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 2 outs. Base is empty for Dante Bichette. Bichette has robbed a home run from the Cincinnati Reds, and he's hit one himself. He's 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies. Bichette looking for a 3-1, a pitch he can grip and lift and bring the Italian-American Red Sox 1 run closer. Bench sets the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bichette, and that is a 2 column off the Bichette card, 2-4. And Gullett's hoping to show him the door on the 2-4. 2-4 to Dante Bichette, 2 outs, base is empty. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Gullett gets 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The 1975 Reds 8. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox 5. The trivia question. As of 2018, name the last Yankee right-handed pitcher to have at least 20 wins. As of 2018, name the last Yankee right-handed pitcher to have at least 20 wins. Did Clemens get 20 wins with the Yankees? I don't think Severino did it. He had 19 last year. I think it's 19 or 18. So as of 2018, name the last Yankee right-handed pitcher to have at least 20 wins. Pettit was a lefty. Is Tanaka a righty? I'm going to say Tanaka. Is Tanaka a righty? I'm going to say Tanaka. I bet you it's Clemens. All right, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root. Root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And now, let's answer the question. As of 2018, name the last Yankee right-handed pitcher to have at least 20 wins. I'm going to go back to Clemens. Mike Mussina, god damn it. Oh, 20-9. I thought he only won 19. Damn. Alright, Mike Mussina. Due up for the Reds. Johnny Bench, 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 1st, followed by Perez and Foster. And so we have righty, righty, righty. And Bench is an even. Perez is even. So you know what? We're going to let Sampedo pitch to Johnny Bench. Here's the pitch from Sampedo to Bench. And that is a 6 column off the Sampedo card. A 6-11 to Johnny Bench. Ground ball back to Sampedo. And that is a 7. So that's a G3. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Clark. 6-4-5 is a 15. And he throws the ball away, which should have been an out. So Johnny Bench will reach on the error by Joe Sampedo. Clark holding Bench on. Here's Tony Perez. And And Perez is even. We need a double play ball here. Bench tries to steal, can't get the lead. Good job by Ciambito and Clark. Here's the pitch to Perez, looking for the 3-4 column. It's a 5 off the Ciambito card. So it's a 5-11 to Tony Perez. Fastball. Strike 3, paints the outside corner. Good job by Napoli. Framing the pitch as ID gesture says, sing it, my friend. Sing it. I did. And here's George Foster. And Foster, even though he's a righty, hits righties better than lefties. Ciambito rubs up the baseball. Bench at first, Clark holding him on. He takes a peek. Now picks up the sign for Napoli. Here's the pitch to George Foster. Speaks softly, carry a big boomstick, looking for the 1-4. And it is a 3 off the Foster card. 3 column, 3-8. Ciambito could be bearing down here. 3-8 to Foster. Fastball. Strike 3! Catches the inside corner. So he paints the outside corner to strike out Perez. And then he paints the inside corner to strike out Foster. Ciambito will now face the hot-hitting Davey Concepcion. To say hot-hitting is an understatement. He's 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 ribbies, and a single. And Concepcion is a better right-handed, hits better off right-handed pitching. So Ciambito, this will be his last batter. 2 outs, bench will be off on contact. And we're going to play behind him now. Oh, when we do that, it's 90% steal. Wow, I didn't know that would happen. Let's hold him then. And here's the pitch from Ciambito to Concepcion. Concepcion looking for the 2-4. Ciambito kicks and fires. It's a 1. A 1. Could the Red Sox Italian-American version, finally get Davey Concepcion out? 1-7. It's going to be a lucky 7 for one of these two gentlemen. 1-7. And Concepcion lifts this ball deep to center field. DiMaggio racing back at the track. Makes the catch. Nice play by the little professor. And finally, Davey Concepcion is retired. We go to the top of the 8th. The Cincinnati Reds down 3-0 must win Game 4 to play Game 5. The Italian-American Red Sox looking for the sweep, but they're down 3. Due up for the Italian-American Red Sox, Clark, Malzone, and Caligiero to face Don Gullett, who Sparky Anderson is stuck with. Even though he's given up 5 runs, so Captain Hook doesn't have the quick hook here. Clark is 0 for 3. Looking for the 1-2 column. Gullett nods his head. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Jack the Ripper. And it is a 2. A 2 column of choice. And it's a 2-8 to Jack Clark. Will he make Gullett pay for this mistake? 2-8 to Clark. Checks his swing. Ball 4. So Clark is on. Here's Frank Malzone. He's 0 for 3 with a ribby when he grounded out to Joe Morgan in the top of the 1st. Gave the Italian-American Red Sox at the time a short-lived 2-0 lead. The Reds would come back with 5 in the bottom of the 1st and take the lead 5-2 thanks to a 3-run homer by Bench and a 2-run homer by Concepcion. Malzone wants a 1-4 column. Gullett still in the game. Anderson sticking with him. Perez holding Clark on. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone looking for the 1-4 and the white dice. Like Arthur Fonzarelli has jumped the shark. Oh boy, we gotta find that. Where did the white dice go? Oh boy, that's gone. Yes, hold on a moment. Take the headphones off. Where the hell's the white dice? Oh, there you are, you little bastard. I see you. I can reach you. Alright, so let's re-roll the white dice. As no one can hear me because I took the headphones off. We have found the white dice, who jumped the shark. So it's a 5, and we need a 1-4, and it's a 4. So it's a 4-5 to Malzone. He sees a pitch, as we say, to grip and rip. 4-5. No outs, Clark at first. And Malzone hits this ball hard. And that's a 10. So Frank Malzone will single to left, and Clark will stop at second. Don't run into any outs. So now the Italian-American Red Sox, who can mash the ball, down 3, the tying run comes to the plate, and Tony Colignero. As JT Dutch says, the white dye got lost in the ivy at Wrigley Field. That's a good line. Here's Tony C. 1 for 3 with a double. Again, will they stick with Gullett? They will not. Finally, Sparky Anderson yanks him. And here comes Clay Carroll. And it's a double switch. And Marv Redderman will go into play left. They take George Foster out. Redderman, the better defender, with the better arm. So Clay Carroll is, let's look at his card, and then we'll look at Redderman's card. In 1975, Clay Carroll was 7-5 with 7 saves with a 2.63 earned run average, striking out 44, walking 32, gave up 2 home runs. And he is a right-handed thrower, righty-righty matchup. Okay. And Marv Redderman goes out to left for George Foster, the former Baltimore Oriole. In 1975, batted .239 for the Reds, 2 homers, 19 ribbies. And he's a 2 for defense, which is pretty good, because 1 through 5, 5 being the worst, 1 being the best. I learned that in the chat, thanks to JT Dutch and Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Check out that wonderful channel. And Itinerary Hobbyist says, have fun, thanks for the chat another time. Itinerary Hobbyist, before you go, if you can hear me, ID Gesture wanted to know what military strategy game you were working on. If you could put that in there, if ID's still there, if you still hear me, everybody. All right, so Colignero. And let's go to our bench here. So I don't think we're going to pinch hit for Tony C. I just want to see something. Bernie Carbo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling it. Can Carbo do it to the Reds once again? Here comes Bernie Carbo to pinch hit for Tony Colignero. Although that's a lefty-lefty matchup. No, he's a righty. Okay. But he's tougher on lefties. But Carbo has a good... Who's on deck? Napoli. You know what? We're gonna let Colignero hit, and we can hold Carbo back to pinch hit for Napoli. And Cerrone can come in to catch. All right, Tony C. looking to be a hero here. He's looking for the 2-3 column. Clay Carroll, done with his warm-up tosses, has a word with bench. Bench back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target, the wind-up, the pitch to Colignero. No outs, 2 on, tying run at the plate, and Tony C. And that's a 6 column and an 11 off the Clay Carroll card. 6-11 to Tony Colignero. 6-11 to Tony C. And he lifts his ball out to right field. And Ken Griffey, I'm sorry, this is to right field, my fault. Ken Griffey Sr., 1 through 6 is a base hit for Tony Colignero, and he does not get it. It is a 15. So that's a F2. Error check, and that's a 3-3-4. So that's a 10. So Griffey Sr. will make the run and catch. Nice play by Sr. and right. As Colignero goes the other way. As Griffey goes racing back towards the track. Makes the leaping catch. Bangs into the wall. And we're going to advance to third. Come on, low roll for Jack Clark. And it's a 12. I believe he will make it. And he does. So good piece of base running by Jack Clark. So runners on the corners. And here's Mike Napoli. Napoli, 1 for 2 with a double. He definitely has home run pop. On deck is Petrocelli. Sambito in the hole. And Napoli. One for 2. We're going to let him hit. Let's see. He needs that 3 column. He needs a 3-6. Clay Carroll looking for the double play ball. Concepcion and Morgan pinching the middle. Carroll rocks and fires to Napoli looking for the 3-6. And instead, it's a 2 column off the Napoli card. It is 2-7 2-7 to Mike Napoli. Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here's Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli represents a tying run. Oh, he already told you. Okay, thanks, ID. I missed it. I'm sorry. Petrocelli 1 for 3. On deck is Cincinnati. And let's take another look at that Bernie Carbo card. That 3 column. We need that 3 column. Okay. They might go lefty against Carbo, though. Petrocelli, 3 column. All right, chance for Rico Petrocelli. 1 for 3 with a run scored. He's looking for the 3-6. Here's the pitch. And it's a wild pitch, and scoring from third is Jack Clark. So the tag up going to third comes into play. The Italian-American Red Sox pulled it within 2. It's 8-6. Another slow pitch softball game between these two teams. Malzone moves up to second. Petrocelli. What's Rico's clutch batting average? I think it's 2. Let's see. I think that's in the notes. Rico's clutch batting average is 241. So it goes down. Goes down. Oh, boy. All right, come on, Rico. Let's get this 3 column. 2 outs, Malzone at second. Here's the pitcher, Petrocelli, looking for the 3-6. Instead, he gets a 4 off the Clay Carroll card. 4-11. Can he fight off this pitch and get a hit? 4-11 to Petrocelli. 2 outs, Malzone off on contact. And Petrocelli hits this ball. And it's a 19. So it's a 19 for Rico. And he sends this ball, sinking line drive, Redeman coming in. He makes the diving catch, robbing Petrocelli of a hit and an RBI. And Redeman saves the day for the Reds for the moment. But the Italian-American Red Sox get 1 on the tag up by Clark and the wild pitch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-6, the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. They're down 3-0, the Reds. They need to win to continue to play. Here's Ken Griffey, lefty-lefty matchup. Cincinnati will face Griffey. Griffey looking for the 3-4-0 for 2 with a ribby. The windup and the pitch from Cincinnati. And it is a 4, so Cincinnati does not hit his spot. Griffey with a pitch to grip and rip on the 4-10 to Ken Griffey Sr. And it's a fly ball out to Dominic DiMaggio, who is an outstanding fielder. And that's a 19. There's no hits on this, so that's a... As long as he catches the ball, it's an out. Here's the error check. And that's a 15. Whoa! He makes a juggling, diving catch for out number 1, as that landed between 2 errors. So I like to call that a diving, juggling catch. Holds on the ball, shows it, and the man in blue puts his arm up. So 1 out. Cincinnati will stay in to face another left-handed batter, Cesar Geronimo. Marv Redeman on deck. He's a righty. Geronimo 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Cesar Geronimo from Cincinnati. And that is 3's gone wild. 3's across the board. A 3-6 off the Geronimo card. Not a column of choice. Cincinnati jams him. Pop up. Third base. Shortstop. Malzone calls for it. Makes the catch. 2 down. And here's Merv Redeman, who made the diving catch to rob a hit and an RBI from the Italian-American Red Sox and Rico Petrocelli. And Merv Redeman is a right-handed batter who hits lefties at a 2L, and that's it for Cincinnati. Cincinnati did a good job. And now we have no more righties in our pen. So Carl Pavano, Game 3 starter, will come in slightly, probably a little tired. Porcello pitches Game 5 if we go there, and it looks like we're going there. Fracera's even. Well, Carl Pavano's going to come in. Try to get this one out here. Oh, Pavano's well rested. All right, cool. I don't know how that happened, but we'll take it. So Pavano, again, he never pitched for the Red Sox, but he came up in their farm system, thus qualifying as an Italian-American Boston Red Sox. Overall, his rookie year was 1998, and 162 game average, 10 wins, 10 losses, 4.39 earned run average, no saves, striking out 100, walking 39. Gave up 18 gopher balls. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Redmond. Redmond looking for the 6-3. Pavano kicks and fires, and it's a 2 column off the Redmond card. It is a 2-7. So that's a 2-7 to Marv Redmond. Not a column of choice. Will he fight off this good pitch from Pavano? Hard hit ball. Shortstop. Petrocelli dives, pops up, throws to Clark. Side retired. So Pavano gets his one batter out. And we'll see a pinch hitter as we go to the top of the 9th. And Clay Carroll's still on the mound for the 75 Cincinnati Reds. So we'll have a pinch hitter and then DiMaggio and Loretta. And Carroll is a righty, tough on lefties. And here comes Bernie Carbo to pinch hit for Carl Pavano. Carbo's been outstanding, batting over 500 in this series. He had the game-winning home run. I think it was a grand salami that beat the 75 Cincinnati Reds. Were 1 out away from winning that game, and Carbo hit a grand slam home run in Game 3 to win it. Grant you, the bullpen had to hold on for dear life in the bottom of the inning, but they did. Alrighty, so here's Bernie Carbo. He's looking for the 3-4 column. And Carbo, 162 game average for a year, in his career, 264, 9 homers, 34 ribbies. Now the seasons I do have for real, and I have some made seasons by Strat-O-Matic players, decade seasons, which are really fun. I highly recommend them. You go on the I forgot what site, but it's a Strat site. I downloaded a bunch of seasons. I think you had to have the free agent file, I think, but maybe not. Maybe you didn't have to have it. Fun stuff. I have for real seasons 75 and 68, 2016 and 2017. All right, Carbo needs a 3-4 column. Really wants that 3 column. He leads off as a pinch hitter, top of the 9th. It's an 8-6 ball game. The 75 Reds ahead of the Italian-American Red Sox. Here's the pitch from Clay Carroll to Bernie Carbo. And it's a 5 off the Clay Carroll card. A 5 snake eyes, so it's a 5-2. I don't think Carbo will do damage on a 5-2, but we don't know. Let's see. 5-2. He hits the ball hard right back at Carroll. He fields it, throws to first. Dan Dreesen's now in at first. And that's out number 1. So Dreesen is a 2 fielder. So that's good. And here comes Dominic DiMaggio, top of the order, on deck. Mark Loretta. Dommy DiMaggio 1 for 3 with a ribby, looking for the 2-6, the windup and the pitch from Carroll to DiMaggio. The little professor gets a 2, and it's a 5. It's a 2-5 to the little professor. Dominic DiMaggio 2-5. Joel's younger brother. And he singles to center, picks up his 2nd hit. Good base runner, the little professor, 1 through 16. Tying run comes to the plate, and Mark Loretta, he has struggled in this series, and I never thought I would do this. Let's just take a quick look. He needs a 3. A 1's not bad. And they list a 6. Well, and it's 7, 8, 9. Al Zarella is a tremendous clutch hitter, but I think Loretta is also a clutch hitter. Check that out. Notes. Clutch batting, 281. That's slightly better than Al Zarella. Chance to get a single, 24.4%. Okay. All right, one out. DiMaggio at first. Dreesen holding him on. Loretta will hit. He's looking to grip and rip on a 3-6 column. Carroll picks up the sign from bench. Bench sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mark Loretta, who's 0 for 2 with a run scored. He has walked once, and Loretta gets a 4-8 off the Clay Carroll card. 4-8. Not a column of choice. 4-8 to Mark Loretta. Tying run at the plate in Loretta. And Loretta works a walk. His second walk of the game. And some anxious moments here for Cincinnati Reds fans at the stadium. As the tying run's at first, the go-ahead run, the power-hitting Dante Bichette, and he's a tremendous clutch hitter. As his regular average is .299 and his clutch average is .299. He's 2 for 4 with a home run. This is a righty-righty matchup. He's looking for the 3-1 column. Will Sparky Anderson stick with Clay Carroll? No, he does not. Sparky Anderson brings in Clay Kirby. They got lots of Clays on this team. And Kirby, let's check out his 1975 numbers. 10 and 6, no saves, 4.70 earned run average. Gave up 13 homers, struck out 48, walked 54. He has control issues. Right-handed thrower, and he is even. He deals to righties and lefties at the same clip. So here's Dante Bichette. Reds with an 8-6 lead. They must win game 4 to force a game. And he's only good for one pitch. Come on, Dante. Dante looking for the 5-3. Here's the pitch from Kirby to Bichette. And it's a 3 and a 9 to Dante Bichette. He'll see a pitch he can grip and rip. 3-9 to Dante Bichette. Can the Italian-American Red Sox do it again? Dante Bichette hits this ball high and deep. And it's an 11! No one's going to get to this, as that's going to grab some wall. The ballpark will hold it. Geronimo will not make the catch. It's going to be a one-out double. DiMaggio scores 1 through 5, and they will hold Mark Loretta at third. So with 2 outs, Bichette doubles, and it's an 8-7 ball game. Tying run in Mark Loretta at third base. Dante Bichette, the go-ahead run at second. And here comes Jack Clark, and Clark has struggled mightily. Jack the Ripper can do it here, folks. Jack the Ripper, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Clark looking for the 5-1 column. And the 2's not bad. Actually, he's got the 1, 2, 4, and 5. All possibilities here for Jack the Ripper. Will they stick with Kirby? Infield playing in. Nope. Here comes Sparky Anderson. Here comes Pat Darcy to pitch. So that's the Captain Hook that we all know and love. And Pat Darcy in 1975, 11-5. There's no tomorrow. He's got to do this. They have to win this game. 11-5, 3.57 earned run average, 1 save. He gave up 4 gopher balls. Again, he has walk issues. Walking 59, striking out 46. He did start 22 games. Oh boy. So Jack Clark watches Darcy's warm-up tosses. He's done. Bench goes out to have a word with him. So does Pete Rose and Joe Morgan. Meeting adjourned, players back to their positions. Clark digs in the right-hander's batter's box looking for the 1-2 column. But as I stated, 1, 2, 4, 6, they're all pretty decent. Here's the pitch to Clark, and it's a 5 and an 8. Ugh. A 5-8 to Clark, as his miserable day will continue. 5-8. 1 out, 2 on, second and third. That's a fly ball, though, to left field. Redmond going back. It's deep. It's at the track. He makes the catch, and Loretta scores! We have a tie ball game. It's 8-8. So Clark sacrificed fly as he just missed. And we have an 8-8 ball game, and here's Frank Malzone. And Malzone can put this Red Sox ahead. Bichette 1 through 10. We might go pinch runner with Rocco Baldelli. And Baldelli is a 1 through 14, and he's a better defensive outfielder. We'll lose Bichette's bat, though. We're going to do it. Rocco Baldelli will come in to pinch run for Dante Bichette. And he's a 1 through 14 base runner. And Frank Malzone, with 2 outs, Baldelli gets an extra couple of steps. He'll be off on contact. Malzone 1 for 4. He does have a ribby. Not on a hit, though, on a ground out to Morgan. It's an 8-8 ball game. Another thriller here by the Italian-American Red Sox. And Malzone's clutch batting average is .274. Looking for the 1-6 column, and they walk him. They will not deal to Frank Malzone. Instead, the pitch to Tony Calignero. Tony C is 1 for 4. Interesting. 250. I think that's his clutch average. It is. So that's his clutch. So that's what that means when that changes. Cool. All right, I understand that. So Tony Calignero, chance to be a hero, 1 for 4 with a double. They have walked Malzone to get to Calignero. Calignero looking for the 2-6 column, 2 outs. Baldelli, the go-ahead run at second. Malzone, a huge insurance run at first. Darcy picks up the sign from bench. Bench sets the target, the windup, and the pitch from Darcy to Calignero. It is a 6. Column of choice for Tony Calignero, a 6-5. Will Tony C make him pay? He's going to get a pitch to Grip and Rip. 8-8 ball game. 2 outs, top of the ninth. 6-5. And Calignero drives his ball deep. And that is an 8. So they walk Malzone to get Tony Calignero, and Tony Calignero says, "How do you like them apples?" as he smashes his ball deep to center field. It's going to be high off the wall. He's just going to miss a homer. It's going to be a 2-out double. Baldelli scores easily, and the Red Sox take a 9-8 lead. Malzone 1 through 10, 50-50 chance, but we will hold them up. So second and third, the Italian-American Red Sox score 3 in the top of the ninth and take the lead. And here comes Mike Napoli. Mike Napoli's 1 for 3. This series could be over, folks. Unbelievable ball game here. The Italian-American Red Sox take the lead with 3 in the top of the ninth as they walked Malzone to get to Calignero, who doubles in the go-ahead run. Mike Napoli, 1 for 3. Clutch hitting .235. And now, they'll probably walk Al Zixarella, though. Gary Gaetti's clutch hitting .241. Anthony Rizzo, clutch hitting .250. Al Zixarella, clutch hitting .276. And Al Zixarella grabs a bat. And he'll come in to pinch hit for Mike Napoli. So Rick Cerrone will come in to catch. Here's Al Zixarella. And let's see if they'll walk him. And they do. So they walk Al Zixarella. And here's Rico Petrocelli. He's a .241 clutch hitter. Loretta, I believe Mark Loretta can play short. Yes, he can. But he's a 4, and that's not good. Yeah, Petrocelli is a 2. All right, so Rico Petrocelli, we have the lead, so let's keep Petrocelli at short. Malzone's at third, Calignero's at second. Al Zixarella, the pinch hitter, was intentionally walked. He's at first. Petrocelli needs a 6-3 column, and Sparky Anderson will go to Pedro Barbone, the angry one. And here's Barbone. And in 1975, he's got to keep it a 1-run deficit. Barbone was 9-5 with 5 saves with a 2.95 earned run average, striking out 29, walking 21, giving up 6 gopher balls. He's a right-handed thrower. And Petrocelli digs in. No place to put Rico. Rico looking for the 3-5 column. Barbone, the windup and the pitch to Petrocelli, and it is a 1 off the Petrocelli card, not a column of choice. A 1-9 to Rico. Barbone will make his pitch. 1-9. Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Petrocelli chased out of the zone. But the Italian-American Red Sox score 3 and take the lead 9-8. If they hold on, they will win this ball game and the series in a 4-game sweep. So let's look at what we have here. We have lots of players we have to put in. One, we need a pitcher. And we're facing top of the order. Rose is a switch hitter. Morgan's a lefty. Bench is a righty. Dreesen's a lefty. Barbone is batting 5th, so there'll be a pinch hitter there. Well, we're going to go with our best available pitcher. A chance to win it. We have Rick Porcello, who's starting the next game if we get to it. Then we have Facero and Capuano. Those are only 2 pitchers left. They're lefties. Facero's ERA is 4.11. Capuano, Springfield, Massachusetts native, is 4.38. He pitched for Cathedral High School. Porcello, 4.20. Oh, man. Strikeouts, 7.3 per 9 for Facero, 7.6 for Capuano. Jeff Facero will come in to pitch. All right, so we know that. So we have a, what does it say we need? Zarella came in to pinch hit. So we need Rick Cerrone. Rick Cerrone to catch. Zarella. Baldelli will stay in to play left. Why can't we drag that over there? Baldelli stays in to play left. Zarella. I'd like him to play. Calignere has a 0 arm. Zarella has a -2 arm. Baldelli has a -1 arm. Zarella will stay in to play right. Calignere comes out of the game. Rick Cerrone will go into catch in the 6th spot. Okay. Now we need a pitcher. Jeff Facero will come in to pitch and hope to get these 3 outs. Here's Facero. All right, so we have Rocco Baldelli and Al Zeke Zarella, both 3s in the corners, but they have -1 arm and a -2 arm. And Jeff Facero, oh boy, he's good for 6 pitches. Comes in to face Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. 75 Reds down by 1 with 3 outs. They're 3 outs away from elimination. And the Italian-American Red Sox 3 outs from a 4-game sweep. Rose is 1 for 3. Jeff Facero's 10-10, 4.11 ERA with 2 saves, striking out 133, walking 58, giving up 17 gopher balls in his 162-game average for his career. Rose 1 for 3. Looking for the 4-1 column. Here's the pitch. Corners in. Malzone in at 3rd. Clark in at 1st. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose looking for the 4-1. And it's a 1 column. So Facero serves up a good pitch for Rose to hit. And it's a 1-6 to Charlie Hustle. And Rose singles to right. He goes the other way. Good piece of hitting by Rose. And now the tying runs at first. Here's Joe Morgan. Lefty-lefty matchup. Clark holding on. Pete Rose. Morgan 1 for 4. He's looking for the 1-4 column. Facero looking for the double play ball. Corners in once again. Here's the pitch to Morgan. And it's a 4 column as Facero is not hitting his spot. So Morgan will get a pitch to hit. It's a 4-7. 4-7 to Joe Morgan. Tying run at first. And Pete Rose. Ground ball to second. Oh boy. High dice roll. And it's a 20! Loretta fields it, throws to Petrocelli, and that's a 12. So Loretta to Petrocelli to Clark. Double play. 2 outs. As Jeff Facero gets the double play ball. As Morgan had a pitch to hit, and he bashes it into the ground for a 4-6-3 double play. Johnny Bench, who homered in the bottom of the first, is the last opportunity for the Reds to hold on here. 1 for 4 with a home run. Bench hits lefties and righties at the same, as he's E for even. Facero is even. 1 out away from saving this game, and the Italian-American Red Sox sweeping the 1975 Cincinnati Reds Big Red Machine. Cerrone goes out to have a word, -1 with a catching arm, 3 defense out of 5. Back behind the plate, Bench looking for the 2-4 column. The lefty Facero takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, the windup and the pitch to Bench. It's a 4 column of choice for Johnny Bench, a 4-6. Can he keep hope alive for the Reds on the 4-6 off the Facero card? And he will, as that's a single up the middle. So 2 outs, Bench the tying run. At first, 80% chance of stealing if he gets his proper lead. Clark is holding on. Here's Dan Dreesen, lefty-lefty matchup. Will Dreesen bat? Yes, he will. Facero into the breach once again. Again, Dreesen looking for the 1-4. Facero kicks and fires. It's a 5 off the Facero card. 5-7. Can Dreesen fight off this pitch? 5-7. 2 outs. Bench will be off on contact. Make sure I look at that right. 5-7 to Dreesen. And he walked him. Oh, boy. And here comes Pedro Barbone. You know he's not hitting. And Doug Flynn, who will be traded to the Mets in the Tom Seaver deal in 1977, comes to the plate. And that's it for Jeff Facero. Doug Flynn is a right-handed batter. 2 outs, 2 on, tying run at second. Bench 1 through 12 base runner. Dreesen 1 through 14, the game-winning run at first. And Rick Porcello is coming in the game to try to get this final out. And even if he gives it up, he will pitch. He will pitch the next game. So here comes Rick Porcello to try to get this final out. Porcello in his first opportunity out of the bullpen in this series, and he's pretty much good for only 1 batter. 13-10. He won game 2. Looking to close the door here. 2 outs, 2 on. 9-8 lead for the Italian-American Boston Red Sox. 13-10, 4.20 earned run average. 30 starts, no saves. Striking out 124, walking 42, giving up 20 gopher balls. Flynn looking for the 1-5 column. And now, Sparky Anderson brings in Armbruster to run for Bench. Very fast. Everyone remembers Armbruster for the interference play with Fisk. Fisk should have still made the proper throw to second. Had plenty of time. He threw the ball away. Was it interference? Yeah, most likely. But he should have still made the throw. I've watched that play so many times. All right, here we go. Doug Flynn, 2 outs, 2 on. Armbruster, the tying run. Tremendous speed at second. The winning run, Dan Dreesen, very good speed at first, 1 through 14. Flynn looking for the 1-5. Porcello picks up the sign from Cerrone. Here's the pitch to Doug Flynn. It's a 3 off the Flynn card. A 3-2. 3-2. How do you do? He pops it up. Cerrone makes the catch. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox come back, score 3 in the top of the 9th, win 9-8, and sweep the Cincinnati Reds 1975 Big Red Machine. Rick Porcello gets the save. He was the scheduled Game 5 starter. Unbelievable. The Italian-American Boston Red Sox in an epic sweep the 1975 Cincinnati Reds coming back in game 3 and 4 here in Cincinnati in the 9th inning to win. 4-game sweep. What a series. Go to the box score. Oh, my Lord. Unbelievable. Let's bring that up. Hold on. Let's fit that to the screen. What a ball game. I know it went long, but what a ball game. Fit the screen. Here we go. Doug Flynn pops out to Rick Cerrone. Ball game over. Porcello gets the save. Alrighty, my lord, where do we start? Well, it's a 4-game sweep. The Italian-American Red Sox came back in the 9th. In Game 3, they did it again. Deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra would say, God rest his soul. This time they get 3 in the top of the 9th, and they win 9-8. 1 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th, ball game over. It was scary. Facero gets that double play ball. That was huge. But then Porcello has to come in and close it out, and he gets the pinch hitter Doug Flynn to pop out to Rick Cerrone, the catcher. The win goes to Pavano. A hold goes to Facero. And the save goes to Porcello. Viola, the starting pitcher, went 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. No walks, struck out 3, gave up 3 homers, 1 to bench, 2 to Concepcion. Then Drago couldn't get through an inning. 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. We yanked him. Lenny Donardo came in, got his 2 lefties out, pitched 2/3 of an inning. Schiraldi came in, walked a run in with the bases loaded. He pooped himself as usual. And Joe Ciambito, unsung hero, pitched 2 scoreless innings, striking out 2, keeping the Italian-American Red Sox in the game. Pavano got his 1 out. He gets the win. And then Facero and Porcello combined for 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Facero gets the hold. Porcello gets the save. Ball game over. For the Cincinnati Reds, Gullett went 7 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, and that was to Dante Bichette. Clay Carroll pitched an inning in the 3rd. 1 hit, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 walk, a strikeout. Kirby took the loss. He recorded no outs. 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. Darcy, blown save, pitched a 1/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 2 walks. And then Bourbon pitched a 1/3 of an inning, got the final out in the top of the 9th. He struck out his batter. Player of the game, Dante Bichette, 3 for 5 with 3 ribbies and a run scored. So DiMaggio, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored in a ribby. Loretta, he struggled in this series, first time ever in a best-of-7 series. He was 0 for 2 with 2 runs scored, though he did walk twice and scored 2 runs. Again, Bichette, player of the game, 3 for 5. A run scored, 3 ribbies. Baldelli scored a run. He was a pinch runner, stayed in to play left. Jack Clark, 0 for 3 with a run scored. And a ribby, big sac fly, as he hit the ball deep to left in the top of the 9th to tie the game. Tony Caligiero, they walked Malzone to get to Caligiero, and he made him pay. Knocked in the go-ahead run with a double. He was 2 for 5, a run scored in a ribby. Cerrone came in to catch when Napoli was pinch hit for. Napoli 1 for 3 with a ribby. Al Zixarella was walked intentionally. He stayed in to play right. Petrocelli 1 for 5 with a run scored. Frank Viola helped the cause, 1 for 2. Nava, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Drago pitched and not hit. Donardo pitched and not hit. Schiraldi pooped himself on the mound, pitched and not hit. Ciambito pitched and not hit. Pavano pitched and not hit. Bernie Carr with a pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Facero and Porcello both pitched and not hit. The Red Sox Italian-American version in their 4-game sweep in Game 4, 35 at-bats, 9 runs, 11 hits, 8 ribbies. Pete Rose for the Reds, 2 for 4, a run scored and an RBI. Joe Morgan, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Banged into that double play with 2 on, no outs in the bottom of the 9th. Off for Cerro. Johnny Bench, 2 for 5, a home run, 3 ribbies. It was a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 1st with a run, as I said, run scored. Armbruster pinch ran in the bottom of the 9th. Perez, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Dreesen came in to play defense and he walked in the bottom of the ninth. Foster 2 for 4 with a run scored. Carroll, Kirby, and Darcy and Bourbon pitch did not hit. Doug Flynn, the final out. Pinch hitter popped out to Rick Cerrone, the catcher who came in for Napoli. Concepcion, great game. 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, 2 homers, 3 ribbies. Ken Griffey Sr., 0 for 3 with an RBI. Geronimo and Gullett were hitless, combined 0 for 6. And Redeman, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1, stayed into play left. The Cincinnati Reds of 1975 being swept, a crushing defeat, swept out of this best-of-7 invitational series. I'll call it Invitational World Series. So the Italian-American Red Sox do what the 75 Red Sox couldn't do, defeat the Cincinnati Reds, and they sweep them 4 games to none. Game 4, 37 at-bats for the Reds, 8 runs, 11 hits, 8 RBIs. Let's go to the homers and call it a stream. Bichette hit the only home run for the Red Sox. Bench hit 1 for the Reds, and Concepcion 2 for the Cincinnati Reds. Once again, the Italian-American Red Sox win the series 4 games to none with a dramatic come-from-behind victory, scoring 1 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th. They win 9-8. Facero and Porcello close it out in the bottom of the 9th. Porcello picks up the save with the pop-out of the pinch hitter Doug Flynn. Series over. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you to ID Gesture. Check out that wonderful channel. Thank you to Itinerary Hobbyist. Check out his wonderful channel. Thank you to JT Dutch. And Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Another wonderful channel. Check that one out. So, once again, a huge upset. The Italian-American Red Sox sweep the 1975 Cincinnati Reds 4 games to 1, coming back in games 3 and 4 in the top of the 9th and to gain their victory. And this time, 1 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. Forcero and Porcello get the final 3 outs combined in the bottom of the 9th for a 9-8 victory and a series sweep. This is Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much. Hope you have a wonderful week coming ahead and to infinity and beyond with health and happiness. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt.